Hello everyone, this is Joel from kidneyforjoel.com, and it's March 7th, 2018. We're on day 7 of the National Kidney Month celebration, and I just want to share with you briefly my day today, as well as I wanted to get you to vicariously experience how it is to be on dialysis for 4 hours a day or a night, 3 times a week. So anyway, so today I started off really well. Woke up around 7:30. Showered, got ready for the day, and I took care of some insurance issues that my previous insurance company made an error with, which is a significant error, which is like $5,000, $5,600 that they don't have a record of receiving, because it's like 5 months worth of insurance. So I've been through this runaround before, and I hope that I won't go through the same runaround again. It took my previous dialysis center, 6 months to figure it out. And in the meantime, I was paying like $1,000 a month. So now we're back to like square one. So anyways, that didn't really let me distract me from my work. So I saw 7 patients today, which is quite a lot for me. But hey, I survived, and it was actually a great day. It's a sunny day in San Antonio, and also the thing I like about being a physical therapist is that my patients, most of them are elderly, adults. They look forward to me coming to visit them, whether they're living in an assisted living facility, independent living facility, or their homes or apartments. They feel comfortable with you because you're really coming to their private residence. And at first, when you first see them, you're a stranger, and then you become friends. And I have this couple who are patients of mine, and they live in this, I guess, assisted living facility, and they look forward to me coming 3 times a week, because they get to do the exercises, and then they get to walk, all around the building and that kind of thing. And they're really improving. So I like that part of my job. That's why I love home health, because it really gets me to, hey AC, to work with patients one-on-one, and I make a difference, on a daily, weekly basis with their lives, because most of them are really lonesome, or not in a good mental situation. Like I have this patient who has moderate dementia, but man, at first she didn't I would come, my first 2-3 visits, she would like not recognize me, and then now she's like, hey, how you doing? And then oh, I walked today, and I did this, and I did that. So she's gotten more active. So I like that part of my job. So anyways, I went home really late, so I was late for my dialysis. So I wanted to share with you, how does it feel to be on dialysis, 4 hours a night for me, and for 3 times a week. So that's like 12, actually more than that because there's a waiting time before and after. So I'm here at my dialysis center, okay, and I've been on for about 3 hours. So here's basically how it works. I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so I have my fistula, which I'm glad it's not very obvious when you take off the tape, but a lot of patients really, because they've been on it for a long time, their fistulas like grow really big, and haven't had any problems with them for the past 2.5, 3 years. So basically, one tube sucks the blood out of me, which is the blood with the toxins and all that, and it goes to this dialyzer, this machine here. Okay, and then it cleans it out. It cleans my blood out, takes out the toxins and the bad part of the blood, and any excess fluid that I've accumulated in the past 2 days. I've never had really problems with over what do you call this? More than 2 to 3 kilos of excess fluid, because I've been really monitoring my water intake. So it cleans it out and it goes to the other tube, and it brings the clean blood back to my body. Okay, which is normally the function of my kidneys. But again, because I'm on stage 5 and my kidneys are only functioning, both of them are only functioning at 11%, I need to have dialysis. And I am so fortunate to be in America with insurance, because it is expensive. This tonight, it's probably gonna cost my insurance, I don't know, $3,000 to $5,000, and I have some medication that's transferred to my system through the dialyzer into this tube that brings it into my body. And this is, I believe, something that improves my albumin because it's been low. And also I get medications to increase my oxygen level because it's been low, relatively speaking, before. Now I'm at about 10.5, my hemoglobin level, which is good. And as you may know, hemoglobin is that cell in the blood that carries oxygenated blood to the cells, which really gives me life and energy. And that's really what it is. The number one challenge that people with chronic kidney disease is the lack of energy, because energy is life, and if you don't have a mechanism to clean out your blood, clean out the toxins in your blood, it can accumulate and it can cause major health issues and even death. So that's why it's necessary to have dialysis, and I'm so thankful whoever invented this this dialyzer machine, maybe about I don't know, 60, 70 years ago. I'm so thankful. So anyways, so I'm basically stuck to this recliner. Okay. Now, just recently, we have had like a massager and a heater, and the reason why I have this thick blanket, you know, all over me, it's because ever since I lost a lot of weight, you know, I've been, oh man, it's been hard for me to keep warm because there's no fat tissue that covers my, I mean, you know, there is, but there's not much. So I get cold, and they maintain this, the thermostat here at 73 degrees, 73 degrees, which is, for me, it's extremely cold. Because at home I have my thermostat set at the lowest 76. Sometimes I get it as high as 78, 79. Because again, you know, number one, I come from a tropical country, Philippines, so I'm used to the heat, and my body likes the warmth, the heat, instead of the cold. So I feel bad for those in the northeast, in the northern part of the country, like New Jersey, New York, and all those states, because they're having a blizzard or blizzards right now. So, like Doc Ime, I think you're going through a lot of blizzard right now. So I feel for you. Today was probably in the 70s here in San Antonio, and it's been great the past week. And this weekend, daylight saving time will come on, and really that marks the almost not the chronological end of winter, but you know, it's close to that, because March 21st, I believe, is the start of, or the end of winter. So anyways, so there are, I can't really show other patients, but you know, like, so anyway, so I just wanted to share with you. So in this chair or recliner, I can recline it. I can have it myself in a sitting position, but I can't really move much sideways, this way, and it's awful for my back. It's really awful because, you know, if you're in one position for that long, so I kind of, so what I do is I distract myself from the boredom of having to go through dialysis by reading. Like, I have been rereading this book, The One Thing, and I have my iPad underneath it, and I have some notes, and I have my other phone there to for, that's my work phone, and like, this is alkaline water, and that's how I control my fluid intake to about 1,500 ml a day, because that's my maximum limit per day. Most ESRD patients are not even able to pee, and I am able to. So even though I drink about 1,500, sometimes more a day, I still get to pee it out. So my fluid control has been very good ever since I started a dialysis, which is a good thing, because that's also part of the cleansing process of my by my kidneys, of my bloodstream. So that's, you know, is it painful? Not, no, I mean, I won't call it painful. The only pain I go through is when they first prick me with this, I think it's 15, or I don't even know the number for the needle, but it's because I have a small frame, and my what do you call this, blood vessels are pretty tiny, so I get the tiny what do you call this, needles, and that's the only like 2-second pain. There's two of them, so there's about a 4-second pain there, but after that it's gone. The main thing really is how good what we call the cannulator, the technician who cannulates me. Cannulate means, basically prick you with the needle, or the needles. And I've been through a lot of technicians, and I know who's good, and I know who's not good. So I told my charge nurse that I only want, Ernesto and Michelle and Yoli to cannulate me, because the others are, and sometimes you bleed. That's another thing, and bleeding from the wounds that's inflicted here is not good, because you can get exposed to what do you call this, infection. Now it is kind of achy, after I'm done, and it lasts for about, I don't know, 12 to 18 hours, the achiness, because of the needles. But other than that, it's not really a painful process. I think most people who are on dialysis are describing are more emotional and mental pain, because here I was about 3 years ago. I started on dialysis. I was very active, a lot of energy, and then all of a sudden, I'm stuck to this chair 3 times a week for approximately 13 to 15 hours, depending on how long the wait before and after. But I'm not complaining. I'm I'm living. I'm alive, and I'm so thankful that I'm lucky to be born in this time and age where technology is so high that but however, though, I do know that the way you live your lifestyle, from diet to exercise to moving and sleeping, a good night's sleep for like 7-8 hours a night, as well as managing your stress, is very helpful in managing the mental, emotional, psychological pain. So what I do is I distract myself from the boredom by reading, by watching, educational videos, or sometimes funny videos, or I hardly watch TV, so I don't really watch TV here. I used to. And also, I meditate. That's another thing. That has really helped me tremendously. Not just managing the boredom that I have here, for 4 hours, but also the way I look at life now. Again, when you're faced with death on a daily basis, because you never know, at a young age, it gives you a better perspective. And the tool that or the tools I've used to manage my stress would really be number one, my meditation. Number two, my activity level. I'm not just going to call it exercise. It's just like it's more than that. It's a lifestyle of being active. Instead of using the elevator, you walk up the stairs. Instead of like parking very close to the entrance of a store, you park a little bit further. And then of course keeping up with my kids, especially my son, who's a very active boy. And then meditation has really helped me have a better perspective, not just about life, but about my work, about my patients, and about, I now know how to, I'll give you an example. I used to be very, very impatient. Very impatient. If I want something, I go for it. Now, for the most part, that's limited because again of my chronic kidney disease. So I have quite a lot less energy. However, though, I'm able to function normally. Work, contribute to society, take care of my kids, take care of my my house, my bills, my everything, and meditation is something I look forward to every day, every afternoon, because it really helps me, what do you call this, control or manage and avoid the worries and the anxiety, because having an end-stage renal disease diagnosis can be very, very stressful. Okay, because we're like, oh my God, my mortality is like right in front of me, and it's up to me to manage and control that. So that's pretty much it that I wanted to share with you tonight. And I didn't want to really wait until I get home, because I know when I get home I'm just gonna be very tired, because that's another side effect of dialysis. It does give you life, it does give you energy, but man, the 4 hours of this process sucks the life out of you. I mean, that's why I scheduled it at the end of my day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because after I'm done with work, then I go to dialysis Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I get home, just get ready for bed, wash my face, brush my teeth and all that. Then I just, boom, sleep. Sometimes I read before I sleep so I can get to sleep faster. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope you found value in this, especially if you know somebody who's going through dialysis. It's not really easy, but it's manageable. Again, it's what I call a necessary inconvenience, or inconvenient necessity, because I have to have it at least 3 times a week to live. Yet I don't look forward to having it, because again, it just sucks the life out of you. It's like a paradox. It gives you life, yet and energy, yet it sucks, at least temporarily, for a few hours, sucks the life out of you, sucks the energy out of you. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for being here and listening and watching to my story for the day. And I hope you can empathize with those who have chronic kidney disease and those with chronic illness. It's more than just the physical aspect that you have to consider, especially if it's a close family member or a dear friend. It's beyond that. In fact, what matters, I believe that, the way I managed my mental, psychological, and emotional, those aspects of my life are more important, because what affects the mind affects the body. I truly believe that. So, thank you for your time and your attention. If you have any questions about dialysis, about chronic kidney disease, about diabetes, about high blood pressure, from a personal experience, I guess as well as a healthcare practitioner for 31 years now, I can definitely help you, at least guide you where to go. All right? So thank you so much for being here. I look forward to sharing with you my story again tomorrow as I celebrate National Kidney Awareness Month, which is the month of March. This is Joel from kidneyforjoel.com, signing off for now. Bye-bye for now. Thank you.